Hello, my name is Rick.
And ciao, my name is Millie.
And this is episode 19
of
season 2 of Yonks Ago.
Yeet.
This is Yonks Ago, coming into your ears. Now what are yonks? They're kinda like years. Just a father and a daughter who want to know all about some people from Yonks Ago. Interesting people who did interesting stuff, but about whom we don't know enough. So we're gonna dig deep and find it all out. Yonky doodlers know what we're all about. Yonks Ago, hey ho, hey, Yonks Ago, hey ho, hey, surely.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the kitchen.
Here we are, back at it again, and we've learnt nothing from past mistakes, or maybe they weren't even mistakes.
Yeah,
but
I don't reckon.
But we are, no matter when you're listening to this, we are definitely recording this on a Monday evening.
Yeah, should we do a cheeky rock, paper, scissors?
I mean, just get it out of the way.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
even think about it. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors.
Are you serious?
I did
wasn't
scissors.
Gonna do that. Last minute, I was like, I'm going to do rock, because I always do rock. And then last minute, I was like, psych, paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm ahead 2-1, but Millie does prefer, as stated, first to 3. So I've got the lead at this stage, but I'm not there yet.
Spicy.
I know.
Bit of sizzle.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it all works out, but I can't really start celebrating too soon because I've gotten cocky before.
Yeah.
But as I was saying, it's Monday evening again. I felt like we had a rocky time last time, but again, as we discussed, it was probably just me.
Yeah.
And so let's
chilling.
You were loving it.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes. I must confess, I do feel scatty. So if it's ever going to fall apart, it's going to be tonight. I wasn't 100% sure if we should do it or try to squeeze it in tomorrow, but tomorrow's feeling a bit hectic as well. So I thought, bird in the hand, mate.
Yeah, you did. You said that.
I said, where's the bird? It's in my hand.
Oh.
That's so much better than
so scary.
any number of birds in a bush. Actually, holding a bird's scary. The thought of it. Yeah, actually, I prefer 2 in a bush.
Yeah.
Because I can just look at them, appreciate them. It's a weird...
I don't know. I'd rather stay inside.
Yeah, just avoid birds.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'd try and do, actually.
A bird far away is better than one flying at you at speed when you're on your bike.
Yeah.
That's the real way they should say it, so that it appeals to you.
Exactly.
But so Monday. It's a Monday.
Oh, Lune D, am I right?
They can't... Mate, we crave danger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, what's the worst time to podcast? Monday evening.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
If a house is on fire,
Yeah.
bro, we'd be walking into that house.
Yeah. Not to save stuff.
No, just to be like, YOLO.
Just to be like, it's pretty warm in here, bro?
What happens if I don't know what I was going with that sentence.
But, speaking of on fire, Europe is right in the midst of burning to the ground under the Nazi onslaught.
Yes.
We left... France were in disarray. Nancy...
were like, bro, we're chilling. And then they were like, bro, we're not chilling.
Ambulancey Wake was doing her best, but as soon as it started to feel like the Nazis were a real possibility of coming through...
Everyone was like, yeet.
France just ran around like a bunch of chooks
Yeah.
with their heads cut off. And Nancy was just looking at them going, what's going on?
Come on, bros.
Keep it together, France. And at the same time, Britain over there, they got rid of loser Chamberlain.
Oh, true.
They said, "You're no good, Chambo."
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Give us someone good.
I got nothing.
And then see Monday evening,
there's nothing that can go into his name.
Yeah. And
unless you got something, but I don't.
No, I don't spend any time trying to change the syllables of people's stuff. But
got nothing.
Winston Churchill came in.
I just thought of the best one. Ready?
Okay.
Chamberlain, more like chamberlout.
Yeah.
You kind of got to change that a little bit because he went out.
Yeah, that's
he got
perfect.
kicked out. I know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
see?
that's what I got.
Took a little time. Maybe Monday evenings is all about patience.
Yeah.
Don't rush it.
No.
The inspiration will come.
Yeah.
If you just let it.
Tea.
How was your Monday?
Oh, not bad.
Do you rate Mondays or do you not rate Mondays?
It's not. I don't have English, so that's pretty good. Yeah. And it's just once you get past the first like 3 periods of the day. Then it's just like downhill. It's like chilling. We chilling.
I'm going to do a quick pop culture quiz just
Uh-oh.
to see how the youth of today are traveling with their
This is nervous for me.
outdated pop culture
So
references.
it doesn't matter if I get it wrong.
No, this is very
Okay,
this
go
was
for
stuff
it.
that was pop culture when I was
Okay,
your age.
that's fine.
Yeah. And I want to see if any of it has lasted.
Okay.
Can you name
Uh-oh.
a cartoon cat that hates Mondays?
Garfield?
You bloody nailed it!
yeah.
You bloody nailed it!
Yeah, I know Garfield.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
You know, that's the sort of thing that I assume
I
you
used
would
to
know.
read Garfield.
Oh, yeah, you did?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, there you go. Phew. That was a bit nerve-wracking. I was like, what if Garfield's just lost
No.
to the
Everyone
kids of
knows
today?
Garfield.
Sweet.
Well, I don't know if like the younger kids do.
Yeah.
But like I was alive in the 2000s.
Oh, mate, you've lived.
That's like long ago.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Tell that to Nancy Bloody Wake.
Wait, is 2030 closer than 2000? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
That's like not okay.
Mate, just get used to that. That's the way time passes. We all just have to make our peace
Yep.
with the ceaseless march of time. But every now and then we can make ourselves feel better because things like Garfield transcend time.
Yeah.
You know, I knew Garfield, and you know Garfield.
More like track. Get it? Because like there's
Track
a
and
soccer
field.
field. Yeah, yeah.
And it's like track and field.
Yeah, oh, track and field, surely.
Oh, mate.
I'm better than I thought
Like
it
2
was.
peas in a pod.
Yeah.
So look, Chambo's out.
Yeah.
Chamber out.
Chamber
and Instant Churchill.
Yeah.
Chamber
Instant.
out. Instant Churchill.
Yeah. Instigos.
And he's making speeches. Everyone's like, we like you.
Yeah.
But
Rate that
basically,
speech.
a couple of weeks after Churchill is delivering his speeches about victory,
Yeah.
they're looking at the situation in France. They've
The
got a lot of troops.
situation.
They've got a lot of troops in France. And they're looking at the situation and they're like, this is not going to end well.
Not good.
Everyone who's British, get out.
Oh,
Churchill's like, if you're British, come back home.
oh no.
And so they have a mass exodus, quite famous one, I think, from Dunkirk. There is a whole movie about it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't watch that.
Where, it's not going well in France. So the British yeet right out of there from
Yep.
Dunkirk. It's a hectic operation.
Yeah.
As far as retreats go, they celebrate it like it was a victory.
Okay.
But it was just a massive retreat on a large scale.
Yeah.
And they got away with it. So they went, we're the best. We're the best at retreating. That's how I understand it.
Everyone attack, retreat, attack, retreat. That's how that went.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And so they got out of Dunkirk. British got out, and everyone's like, "Great job, everyone! Well done, good retreat." And even the French were like, "That was amazing. You guys
done.
really got out of here real good." And then the French were like, "Oh, hang on a sec. That makes us even less capable
Yeah.
of stopping this Nazi onslaught."
Hold on 1 minute.
Yeah, so at this stage, basically, it was inevitable.
Yeah.
So Nancy was on her way, still making her way back to her home in Marseille.
True.
And because the ambulance, by this stage, the ambulance had given up the ghost.
Aw.
The ambulance wake had done too much ferrying.
Yeah.
She was on foot. So she's on foot walking back to where's she gone? Yeah, just checking my facts. Yeah, so she'd been driving home and the ambulance wake had given up the ghost 20 kilometres out of town, so she had to walk the last 20 kilometres.
20 Ks. I've done
and when
that.
when she got back to a tiny hotel in the town, she heard the news that the Germans had occupied Paris.
No.
Paris had fallen. France had fallen. If Paris is gone, France is gone.
Oh, yeah.
And so everyone's stunned. Everyone's just like, what?
What? No.
Yeah, this is not on.
Yeah, that's
This
rude.
is very bad news. Nancy, have you heard? Paris is no more. The Germans are in Paris. Have you heard of that, Nancy?
I hear everything.
Did you think that you were living in France? Because you are not. You're not anymore. You're living in Germany. You may as well be German. German's own Nancy Weck. Is that what you want, Nancy? Are you happy to be a German?
Just going down to Scabby's want to come.
Scabby's is closed. No. Yeah, it's closed indefinitely. Scabby's will not reopen until France is free. Nancy, we cannot even go to Scabbies. So this is terrible news all around.
Yeah, I can't go to Scabbies, mate.
So people just couldn't believe it. After everything they've been told about, the almighty Maginot Line,
Yeah.
the impenetrable Maginot, I've changed the name of the forest, Forest, and they've been thinking that Germany
Agen?
was on the edge of defeat
Yeah.
in their minds, and all of a sudden, it's all over.
Here are the Germans.
Germany for the win.
Yeah.
So they're gutted. And so now all that's left really in Europe, Britain is the only sort of country left making a stand against the Nazis. And that's only because Britain's all the way, it's separate to the main continental Europe.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get us started about whether Britain's really part of Europe or not. That is a whole other podcast. But at the moment, they're definitely part of Europe.
Oh, yeah.
But they're far enough away. There's a whole, little bit of the English Channel and
no,
stuff.
they're chilling.
The Germans are like, we'll get to you in a minute.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of the main bit of Europe, continental Europe, the main bit, and then we'll get the old appendix.
Yeah, but I mean, that's smart.
Extra Europe, bonus Europe. If we've got time, we'll mop up a little bit of bonus Europe. That's what the Germans are at.
Good plan.
And so now France is looking for someone to turn to in this time of terrible trauma.
Yeah.
And so they look to their famous war hero from the First War, the Great War, the best war, maximum war.
That was so good, bro.
A man named Marshal Henri Philippe
Henri
Pétain.
Pétain.
Different Henri.
Yeah.
Marshal Henri Philippe Pétain.
Henri.
He was someone who had led the French forces with distinction.
Oh yeah, he was chilling.
He was much appreciated.
Yeah.
And he became the Prime Minister on the 17th of June, 1940.
go.
So France got together and quick, we need someone better. And they old mate war hero.
Oh, for sure.
Marshal Henri.
Henri.
And as soon as he gets voted in, he's like, I give to La France. He's 84 years old.
Oh, he doesn't have much time.
I give to La France the gift of my person to alleviate her misfortunes. With a heavy heart, I tell you today that the fighting must stop.
Oh.
Basically, he's surrendering.
Yeah.
They've gone, oh, quick, we need someone tough. We need a war hero.
Yeah.
Get him in. He's on like, oh, thanks for electing me. I surrender.
Yeah.
Me and my whole country
I'm too old for this.
surrender. Whatever fighting is happening, it's going to stop. We've got to just give up.
Basta.
So yes, he's straight away said he's making a plea to everyone because there's still skirmishes. People, the French are not lying down. No. But there's no organisation.
Oh, I'm really worried about Henri.
Yeah.
Where's he off to?
And so essentially now France has surrendered to Germany. It's over. It's official.
Yeah.
In a political sense, if not in like a groundswell of support kind of sense. And indeed, there are a bunch of sort of famous figureheads that are not happy with this whole situation. Probably the most famous is Charles de Gaulle.
De Gaulle.
Yeah, who was, and he yeeted, he's like, I'm not having this.
Oh, nah.
I am not having this. He had a very strange accent. He was from an unusual part of France.
He was an angry man.
But he was like, I'm not going to stick around here in this disgusting situation. And so he flew a plane from France to Britain so that he could organize some resistance from Britain. He's like, I'm going to make sure that I'm safe. And this is not a retreat. This is, I'm relocating the headquarters of the resistance. So Charles de Gaulle sets up camp in England with the support of old Winnie.
Yeah.
The Windmeister.
Yeah, Win.
And while that's going on, this is the situation in France.
France.
Are you ready for the political landscape?
Oh, I'm so ready.
All right, get your listening cap on.
Oh, I'm listening.
Okay, so under the terms of armistice.
I don't know what that means.
Under the terms of the surrender. So the sort of the deal they made as part of the surrender was that 2/3 of France would formally be occupied and governed by the German army, while the 2 million French soldiers who were still under arms, who were still part of the military, would be interned in mass prison camps. Oh. 2 million soldiers. That sounds like Henri, maybe.
Oh, no.
And all of that would, of course, be very expensive,
Yeah.
but no problem because Marshal Henri, the new prime minister,
Yeah.
agreed that France would pay the Germans 400 million francs per day
What?
to pay for their own humiliation.
What?
So this whole expensive, we're gonna keep 2 million of your
France
soldiers
is like,
locked
yeah,
up,
whatever.
and it's gonna cost a lot of money. You're gonna pay for it, France. And France is like, okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense. Whatever, we got to do what we got to do. And so this is it's an awkward situation for everyone. And so I think. What's the positive result? Most of German occupied France would remain under the firm control of Nazi occupiers. The bottom third of the country would remain nominally free to be governed by Marshal Henri's government.
There you go.
Out of the town of Vichy.
Vichy.
Yes, which was 250 kilometres south of France.
Okay.
And so they were sort of hoping for it was a bit of a let's wait and see what happens kind of situation as to just how free the Vichy government was going to be in the so-called free zone.
True.
So the country's been divvied up. The top 2/3, Germany. Bottom 2/3,
Germany.
free France.
Yeah.
But they're sort of the puppets. They're puppets.
Yeah. Are they really free?
Everyone's like, how free are you? I bet you're not that free, mate. And so this was his sort of pitch to the people. It is in a spirit of honor and to maintain the unity of France that I enter today upon the path of collaboration.
Collaboration.
Meanwhile, Nancy's down in Marseille, which I believe is part of the Free France.
Okay, not bad.
Lucky,
Not too bad.
winning.
Yeah.
And she's like, she can't believe what's going on.
No, she's like, what?
She's like, for me, there's no chance of collaboration.
Yeah.
There's not the slightest question of collaborating with the Germans. She'd seen what they had done in Vienna,
Yeah.
in Berlin. She'd witnessed their handiwork in the back of the ambulance near Belgium as part of
Ambulancey wake.
Ambulancey wake. Had
Yeah.
seen firsthand what was going on in the Nazi meat
She was
grinder.
like, nah.
And she's like, I want nothing to do with anything
Just yeet out of there.
other than trying to stop them.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to do. And she's not alone. All right, there's a whole bunch of other people who are like, we're gonna cause some mischief.
Yeah. What is this? What's going on?
And so to start with, there's no organised resistance. It's just kind of spot fires, like people trying to make things hard for the Germans, but there's no real organised sense to it. I'm just looking at this, and it says here that Henri's back, but I can't find any mention of him returning.
What?
I've been looking back through. I must have skipped
I thought
over.
you were going to say he was dead.
No, it's just look. It says here shortly after Marshal Henri had concluded the armistice with the Germans, Henri and Nancy's wide social activities brought them into contact with an extremely charming but tough French army officer by the name of Commander Bouche. Commander Bouche. And he was also bang up for causing trouble.
Like, what's going on?
So apologies. I'll try to find out, but before the next episode, I must have somehow skimmed over it, and I've tried to backtrack, and I can't see hide no hair of when Henri returned from the front.
He was just like,
maybe he never left. Maybe I imagined it. So anyway, they're down in Marseille.
Yeah.
People are trying to cause mischief. Commander Bouche is like, you two look like you're up for some mischief. And they sort of, they probe around a little bit, and they're like, yeah, we're all up for mischief. Yeah. Bang on. And so he asks very casually if they would mind taking a package with them when they visited Caen the following weekend. So they're off on a trip to Caen.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, if you're going there, take this package.
And they're like,
do you
sure.
mind? He didn't say what the package contained, and they didn't ask.
No.
They're like, I mean, we'll take it.
Oh,
we don't want to know what's in it.
We got you.
And it was important, it was probably, they felt it was better that they didn't know in case they got caught.
Yeah.
But they also knew if they got caught, it'd be very dangerous.
Yeah.
So they're like, ooh, they're excited.
Yeah.
They're like, this is legit, Henri. Nancy's like, Henri, this is the most fun I've ever had. Legit. And that's basically how they got involved with the French resistance. That's how it began. Nancy, all of a sudden, she's like, I'm getting that spy life on. Ooh, I'm running packages. And so they took the package with them to Caen. It was picked up without problem, and shortly afterwards, he asked me to take another thing somewhere else.
Oh, man.
So before she knows it, Nancy...
Sneaky.
Nancy...
Sneaky wake.
She took over because Henri, he was busy rebuilding the business.
Oh, yeah.
So he's got business things to worry about.
No, he's a man.
And Nancy's like, well, while you're doing that, do you mind if I run some packages for the resistance?
He's like, sure.
She's like, Nancy, I would be more than happy for you to run some packages. It makes me very proud, Nancy, when you're out there with your secret spy business. And so she's loving it.
Yeah.
So she had essentially become a courier for a shadowy network of people operating undercover against the interests of both the French Free Government, who were just puppets.
Oh, yeah.
And more particularly against the Nazis.
Yeah, that's cool.
So more often than not, she had stuff secreted deep within her handbag or sewn into the fold of her coat.
Wow, that's sick.
So it's getting next level.
She's like, well, I got some tricks up my sleeve.
Yeah.
Literally. Jinx. Oh,
no.
That was a
That would
good
have been
time.
the best jinx of all time. And more often than not, she says, it was part of a radio transmitter. So she's ferrying bits of radio around so that people can start assembling proper radios. Because though the resistance movement was very small and scattered, it was starting to form up into something stronger. And the key tools in making it more of a sort of genuinely powerful force was radio transmitters. So that they could all connect.
Yeah.
And they could send messages to each other and they could be more organised.
God bless.
And guess who made sure everyone had radios?
Nancy
bloody Wake.
You already know. Like,
Yeah.
if I could guess anybody else, I'd be like, sorry, who?
She was the engine room that allowed the French resistance to connect.
What if Nancy wasn't there? Like, what would happen?
She was the bloody modem.
What if she never went to France?
She was the NBN network.
But like 10 times
Someone
better.
else would have done it. I mean, to be fair,
I don't
she was
reckon.
probably one of many.
France would have fallen.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there is also a very real possibility that France would still be mostly German.
Yeah.
If it was not for Egypti's own Nancy Wake.
Straight up, I'm not even going to lie. And they give me Nancy, by the way.
Egypti's own Nancy Wake. So, look, hats off. So, and she's getting a taste for it.
Oh, she's like, I'm loving this.
Because she's getting away with it,
Yeah.
as Nancy always does.
Yeah.
And even if she doesn't, she sort of does.
Yeah, she's like, what? I don't have anything.
Because there's been those times in her life when she's been caught. She still sort of comes
Yeah,
out scot-free.
She's fine.
So I can't sell chocos anymore.
Oh,
Whatevs.
So who cares?
Yeah. I mean, there was that one time that her brother stole all her money. And then he wound up mysteriously dead. You know who I never suspected? Nancy bloody Wake.
Oh,
and
we
yet
literally never.
She had more motive than anyone because
Yeah.
he stole her
All
freaking hard-earned
her
cash.
money.
And then all of a sudden he falls out a window. Put two and two together. Nancy bloody Wake definitely killed Chucky Jr.
But also, like, I don't think so. Like, Nancy Wake. I don't reckon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not discounting
Yeah.
that she had something to do with
Yeah.
it. She whispered in a few ears.
Yep, that's what I'm
She
reckoning.
pulled a few strings.
Yeah.
She said, I mean, would it be the worst thing if you were standing next to Chucky Jr. and you slipped and pushed him out the window? Would that be the worst thing? I'll make it worth your while. I've got heaps of chocos.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
So
That's what I was going to say. Never met someone who thinks so much like me. Wait for it. Jinx. Jinx again. That's the start of the
I'm
song.
not going to do it as part of the lyrics of the song.
No,
I
but-
couldn't possibly.
No, but I was just singing the first bit of the song.
And you sang it very well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't saying that you had to sing along. Like, that'd be trash.
That would be the worst
Yeah.
Jinx again ever. Although it'd at least be a Jinx again.
Yeah. You're so bad at it, Dad.
It's like I
You
want to
just-
fail.
Yeah,
It's like I want to fail. Hang on a seckie. So essentially, Nancy Wake has she's connected the resistance to each other, but also more importantly, they are now also connected to Charles de Gaulle's network.
There you go.
In Britain.
Yeah.
Where de Gaulle's Free French were
Yeah.
based, the real Free French.
Yeah.
Because there's the Free French government,
Pff,
like. You're not fooling anyone.
No.
Then there's de Gaulle's Free French network in Britain.
Ooh.
And you're like, never been more free.
Yeah.
Not even in France. That's how free those
Yeah.
French are. They are liberated.
They're putting the free in French because it's like a
100%. And so these initial sparks of resistance had served their purpose. Everyone's getting encouraged. The spirit of liberty is living on, and it's starting to build. And in response to this growing network, this resistance, the Germans have little choice but to start punishing those they caught, often with imprisonment.
Yes.
So they're escalating. They're getting tougher and tougher on people that they find sort of, like Nancy.
Yeah.
And all this does, of course, is unite the people even further.
Yeah.
Because they're seeing their friends and neighbours carted away for whatever. Oh, what, you had something in your handbag and now they're in jail. So like this whole German occupying situation it's crap. So everyone's like, I feel like the resistance might have a point.
Yeah.
And so all it does, the more the Germans fight against it, the more galvanised your French population becomes.
Yeah.
That's how resistances work.
That's how they're just. What is it? Fueling the flame? Is that a saying?
Mate, I've never been more proud of you. As a parent, I feel like I've...
Is that the saying? Is that right?
Yeah, add fuel to the fire, fanning the flame.
Yeah, I think I did it wrong.
But still, I like the imagery.
Does that make sense?
Man, if you put fuel on a fire, guess what happens?
I said flame.
I think if you get fuel on a flame, guess what happens?
It gets bigger.
That's exactly right.
That's what the Germans are doing.
Your whole imagery is spot on.
All good.
And so Nancy Wake's just looking around going, I feel like we've started something really good. But why stop here?
No.
Let's keep going.
Yeah.
And Henri's like, I'm quite busy. I've got to keep I'm doing my business. I'm a businessman.
You do you though, Nance.
He's like, all right, Henri, just don't get in my way.
Yeah.
I'm Nancy bloody Wake. So the resistance chapter of her life has begun, and I believe that is all the time we've got for what was... Look, I cut out most of the scat. You had to sit through a much more scatty episode than hopefully the Yonky Doodlers did.
Oh, that's fine.
Because
it's all part of the process.
I had to stop many times.
Classic.
Means nothing to the Yonky Doodlers. No. And you just had to... It was like a exercise in Zen patience.
Yeah, I'm chilling. I'm quite good at Zen-ness.
Yeah. How'd you get so good?
I don't know, man.
Just a heart...
I just sometimes sit and I do nothing.
That's Zen.
I sometimes do that.
That's bloody Zen.
So now I'm really good at it. And I just think of nothing. Like, I don't think at all.
Do you empty your mind?
Yeah.
You should meditate, bro.
No, but I don't even need to. I'm just good at, like, doing nothing.
Natural meditate.
Yeah, I'm just... Not to flex.
I mean, a lot of people would be very happy to do
I'll be sitting there and I'll be, like, kind of thinking, but, like, kind of not.
Yeah.
So, like, then, like, it cancels each other out and I'm not thinking of anything.
Yeah. So it's sort of like when you stare into space.
Yeah.
And you're looking, but you're not looking.
Yeah.
And you can do that with your mind.
Yeah.
You can think, but not think.
Yeah.
You're thinking into space.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's because tell you what you do. You accidentally on purpose leave your phone at home, and you got nothing to do except for be zen. That's what you do,
mate. You kids these days.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just me. No. I'm the only one that does it.
Yeah. You are the chosen one.
Yeah.
The prophecy. the one the prophecy foretold.
Exactly.
She can think of nothing. She can do nothing.
Yeah. And that's why I zone out all the time.
Yeah.
I'm just doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like, literally doing nothing.
That's why this podcast is so great.
What are you doing? Literally nothing.
Yeah. Literally. Like, you might think I'm thinking about stuff. You're wrong.
Literally not.
Not even doing that.
I just disconnected. Took out the plug, you know?
Yeah, I powered down.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I'm on standby mode.
No.
Standby mode.
Yeah.
That's what you're on. Like all the systems are still there.
Yeah.
Like you
I'm
can boot back up if needed.
Yeah.
But someone's got to, put the finger on the mouse pad. Just got to give it a little, are you awake?
Yeah.
And you're like, no, system's fully operational.
I've been here the whole time. What
it's
are you
just
talking
in energy saver mode, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
And your screensaver is just your face.
Yeah.
Looking blank.
Exactly.
It's just a blank face, Millie.
And sometimes not. Sometimes still there, but like I'm not inside.
Sure.
Yeah, and then I'm like, wait, I wasn't listening to that whole thing.
Oh, yeah, that's the worst.
I'm really good at it.
Well.
Sometimes it's my downfall though.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. But like, that's everything.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
double-edged sword.
Yeah, exactly.
It's some things, your strengths become your weaknesses.
Yeah,
your weaknesses
exactly.
become your strengths.
Exactly.
But I say keep working at it.
Yeah.
See how far you can push it.
Oh, bro, I'm so good at it.
Because I'm sensing that you're very good at it.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying?
But imagine if this was tip of the iceberg. Imagine if imagine if this is just, a hint of how
like
good
Carl's
you could do this.
Flow state,
Yeah.
but like my just nothing state.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I could just
the no state.
I could sit for hours
you're in
doing
no state.
nothing, and then I'll be like, what, 5 minutes has just passed?
Yeah.
But then it's actually been like 3 hours.
I am excited for what
Bro,
the future
it's like
holds
the
for you.
opposite of flow state.
Yeah.
It's like fast state, except but nothing. Like nothing happens.
That's what I'm saying. It's no state.
Yeah, no, yeah, bro, that's cool.
Awesome. Well, look, so we've all got life goals.
Yeah,
And yours is, it doesn't,
do
people-
nothing. Literally do nothing.
And it doesn't sound like you're aiming that high, but I feel like you are aiming
And I was
real
gonna be
high.
like, but you're still gonna be like sitting. That's something.
You're like,
but,
shut up.
Inside, internally, nothing.
Yeah.
But like your heart's still beating so, in my
Yeah.
brain.
Just anyone who has a go at you, just cut them out of your life.
I'll just.
You
stare
failed the test.
I'll just stare blankly at them. And
Yeah.
I'll be like, "Excuse me." I'll be like, "Sorry, what? I've
Sorry.
been here the whole time."
Well, look, I'm excited to see how your journey into no state
Yeah.
progresses.
Anyway, like not to flex on anyone. Like I'm just saying.
I'm impressed.
Yeah.
This could be your one true gift.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things that you're pretty good at. Like you're pretty good at a lot of
I'm
stuff.
pretty good at many things.
Yeah.
Like
and you could
name
probably
thing, I'm pretty good at
and
it.
you could probably choose to focus on any of them and be amazing at them. But
Oh,
I
bro.
think we found the one thing
I think too.
that could be your life-defining
Yeah.
character skill. Mm-hmm. All right, lock it in.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, and
And your life-defining skill is not being able to grow a mustache.
yeah.
Said it. I'm sorry. I'm said it.
Oh, she's just really right at the end of the Monday evening.
Hey,
she's
you
just
won,
cut me down to size.
You won paper scissors rock, so I get
That's
to.
true.
Yeah.
You can't hurt me. I'm indestructible right now. I'm 2-1 up in rock, scissors, paper.
Yeah, exactly.
Boom, shakalaka.
Rock, scissors, paper. That's a new one.
Yeah, I try to say it in a different combination every time. I must be running out of combinations.
Yeah.
But anyway, look, I've had a great time. You've sort of paid attention and sort of haven't, and that's
Yeah.
all we can ask from someone who's so
I mean,
good
yeah.
at not paying attention.
Exactly.
Look, anytime you contribute, that's a win.
Yeah.
So let's see how much Millie will contribute to the next episode of Yonks Ago.
Whoa, do you see what happened to my voice at the end?
You've transcended voice.